Well, this is a cozy spot. Look at this. A living room in what looks almost like a log cabin, lit by a fireplace, crackling in the dark. A very dark window to look out onto. Oh, this is so cozy. That staircase stretching off into the high ceilings. Oh, this is so comfy. Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Gary's Mod. And today, the map we're going to be exploring is GM After Hours. Another map from the creator of a map that I played previously titled GM Places from Film, inspired by their own film photography, and from what I understand, this is much the same. Hello, have we got some security cameras over there? You've got a security alcove. And when we actually do peer into the dark, it feels a little more threatening. There's something about the white glow of a flashlight that really emphasizes the darkness that would be present otherwise. We've got a street outside, maybe a bus stop. Corner outside what may be some kind of office complex. What could very well be a room upstairs in this very place. Now I believe it's... Oh my god. And some other visitor somewhere around here. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for that. We know that they're looking out a window, but we don't know which one, which means we'll have to be quite wary of them as we proceed. I believe there was another such camera on Places from Film, so, it's kind of a connecting thread, isn't it? Well, let's start with our first floor. As we move into the shadows, not only can I not see the light from the fire anymore, I can't hear its crackle either. All totally locked. You know, it's kind of funny that we can't move beyond what we immediately see, because a note that I made last time is that there's a lot of power in photography, because you're able to take an image before you and not only present it to people as a snapshot of how it is, but to use things like colors and lighting and composition and all manner of factors to show it to them as you see it, to convey the feelings that you get from those things, even if they wouldn't have felt it previously. Well, let's try making our way upstairs then. A photo of this very stairway, and presumably the image that inspired this area. It is like chutes and ladders, just different ladders and staircases going to different lofts at various elevations. Look at that. That is so cozy to think this dreamlike space actually exists in some form. Was that on the TV downstairs? I swear I just heard a Jeep accelerating. Now, does it actually exist in this way? I'm not sure, but when I look at this photo, it certainly feels that way. It's like my mind is trying to fill in the gaps of what the space around it feels like. And, well, whether this map is the reality of that location or not, it almost doesn't matter. Dark concrete tunnel upstairs. Sure, why not? There's nowhere to go but up, right? And on these maps, you just have to go with the flow. It's like a dream. 1 second you're in a comfy, cozy cabin, and the next you decide to investigate those shadows in the corner, and, well, now you're in a subway, a dark alley, an abandoned parking lot beneath a city.
Second floor. Parking deck. Maze of hallways.
I'm sorry, am I in the dark place from Alan Wake 2? Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Second floor, parking deck, maze of hallways. Look. The smoke rising from this ashtray, it's like somebody was just here. Can't go that way. Let's continue our investigation then. This is so cool that the creator is actually including their photography as part of the map. In the last one, it was also there, but it was presented really more in a creator room towards the end. Here, I think they more want it to be on your mind what inspired all this as you go. It's really cool because photography is a medium separate from reality, because it's taking reality, yes, but presenting it to you in a specific way. A Garry's Mod map does much the same thing, but here we're exploring this map while being fed the images that inspired it, and so it's like an extra gap between the reality and the player. We're getting impressions of impressions, while also filling in some of the blanks for ourselves. It's cool how a location can sort of be a test for the viewer, and people can get different things out of them. Now playing Bounce. Now I believe most of the music on this map is made, well, by the creator, quite multi-talented, I suppose. Look at this, a circle of speakers, lights from above. It's like this old generator room has been turned into an impromptu dance floor. And presumably we have the ability to change the song as well. This is really cool. Some of this imagery is really dark, some of it comfy, and some of it just straight up alive and fun. And sometimes straight to scary. Please be sure to turn off the lights when you leave this area. That is so cool. There's a ladder leading up into the ceiling. That is so creepy. It's like somebody was looking at that, studying it, and then scattered when they heard someone approaching. I always wonder when such things happen if it's some entity living in the map or if it's just another explorer like me and they also get scared when they hear my footsteps approaching. Up into the vents. Yep. 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 Excuse me? There we go. Greetings. Imagine there's just a family of 4 out on the couch eating a TV dinner. And a TV there as well. Wait. Oh, I was just thinking, like, could this be the window? But I suppose that wouldn't really make sense, would it? There's a whole neighborhood out there. Look, we can see there are porch lights across the street. Huh, the man who came out of the wall. It's a good thing this place is empty. How would I explain how I arrived? Even something as basic as a suburban street can take on its own tone if you present it just the right way. Those streetlights, they certainly are a vibe, aren't they? There's somebody. Hang on, there's somebody. And now there's not. Hang on, no, you're still there. Okay. Okay, I thought you were pulling some funny business. Oh. There's the world's most lifeless party going on in here. Be even more so if it weren't for the artificial sounds of life coming from within. Oh, what? Am I not invited? Am I not cool enough for whatever you're doing in here? The way that guy just glanced down at me and then looked away like he... He's like, hey, listen, don't look now, but do you see that guy? Okay, I'll go. God, why do they feel so real when they do that? You really made me feel like the friggin' weirdo there. Well, I guess we might as well have more of a look around, right? Start trying more doors. No. There's so many fake doors around here. It really throws a guy off. And so much darkness to walk into. For example. Alright. Yes, all about going with the flow, but I think we should not abandon areas we've just entered too hastily. A fast food restaurant? Huh, I can't seem to open this one. Oh, there we go. Look at this, a corner office with glass windows. Fred's Brakes. You ever see a place like this while on a walk at night? How only the lights from outside cast in, but it's still enough that you can see inside the structure. Well, we can't go any further. No? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that all these doors are locked. After all, everybody's over at the hottest party in town. Wait. Either there's two hot parties in town and they're competing, or we looped back to where we came from. Wait, how did that happen? We went in a straight line. Was there a teleport somewhere? That was so weird. I guess that's what we get for wandering too far into the darkness. Okay, well, I thought I had seen a turn a little bit further back. Maybe we can check that out? Actually, we could probably go here first. Okay, when you approach from this angle where the monitor is in front of the chair, you always have to slowly creep around the side to make sure there's not actually someone sitting there. Thinking back to the police chief's room in RP Asheville. Nobody here. See, this is why not only am I a fan of these maps, I'm a pretty big fan of this photography as well, because they always capture that kind of special drowsy, sleepwalky feeling, I think, that a night walk tends to have. They really emphasize the details of these structures, the things that stand out, and more importantly, the lighting that defines the experience. But this... And at a certain point, you realize you're no longer walking on a city street, but that the background has completely disappeared around you. I'm starting to see, like, red flashing. It's the streetlights overhead. Nothing like the bright glow from a lonely gas station in the middle of nowhere at night, huh? The music playing over these speakers sounds like the intro titles to old VHS tapes, which I guess further contributes to the sort of drowsy, sleepy feelings that these maps give off. I guess that is one form of creepy and comfy, isn't it? Feeling that, yeah, it's sort of a spooky night out, but you're not really fully here. Certainly not in enough danger to feel alert. Oh, I think that was the music changing. I was like, did I just hear a step of someone coming in? Nothing back here. Anything in the dumpster? No. Although there are 2 cars here and no one to be seen. I bet I could just stand here and wait to scare the crap out of somebody. Don't you just love the feeling of stopping at a gas station or rest stop on a long road trip, especially in the night? It was only last year that I learned of Buc-ee's, like, even existing for the first time, and not knowing that such a thing existed and then pulling into one at 1 a.m. It really is like entering a liminal space. Just pumps as far as the eye can see, lights in the darkness, and actual activity that late. Okay, we've got an intersection here, and we've got to decide what we're going to do. Green beams are pointing us this way, so that's what we'll go for. You've done it again. You know, if this area, these outdoor streets, were to be my purgatory, I don't think I'd mind all that much. Man, the emphasis on, like, these little snapshots, this map actually feels like photography. These things where they seem very stilted and disjointed when you try to take them as a whole a lot of the time, but every once in a while you'll just settle into that one angle and you'll think, yeah, no, this is probably the picture. This is the angle which inspired this whole setting. and the rest is simply extrapolated from that. Okay, by going this way, we can find something a bit more. Do you know what this room reminds me of? You know when you have to go somewhere on some official business, there's a specific carpet smell that is the I don't want to be here smell. You'll get it in like doctor's offices and office buildings and, more importantly, government buildings. Okay, no, hang on. This has actually put me far too close to view. Look at that. I'm sure if you were to zoom out, this place is in a perfectly reasonable location, but here, with the snow piled up under the streetlight, the building the only thing illuminated in the darkness, it makes it seem like it's hovering in its own little void. In other words, photographs have the power to make reality feel as surreal as this map. Howdy. Why is it weirdly grounding to see my own player model sometimes? Nope, there's another door hiding in the dark here. Moving on. Now here's the real challenge, is figuring out which darkness can be crawled into and which darkness is simply out of bounds. Of course, the whole idea of out of bounds fits so much more here than on other maps, doesn't it? I mean, if the camera's not looking that way, it doesn't exist. Or we have to do some guesswork. Thanks for getting that for me. Look, the orange of the sodium vapor lamps alongside a brick wall. That gets me right in the nostalgia for sure. Horror baby? Horror baby, how did you get in there? Doesn't look very comfortable, but... This lighting, this music playing over the speakers, I can certainly see the appeal. Okay, you carry on now. I'm gonna look around just a little bit more and then head through that ajar door. Look at this, the room lit only by the orange lights outside and the neon hanging on the glass. It's a way of seeing this that clients during the day simply don't get to. This door doesn't seem to open at all, in fact. And of course, photography can quite easily cross over with liminality. Looks like the concession stand at like a movie theater or something. Why do dreams sound like old VHS tapes? Things that seem more real the further away and more distant they are. You know, we've yet to locate this parking garage we were told about. Huh. Oh, look at this! We go up like one flight of stairs and suddenly we're on top of a skyscraper looking at the lights of traffic buzzing around below? The glow from the adjacent skyscraper, their windows pressed right against ours. I almost thought I was looking out onto sudden daylight for a second. That is so cool. And an even cooler perspective, wow. So in this case, we're seeing this as if we're the subject rather than the camera. We could continue this way. One big thing that the creator has talked about a lot is connectivity. And so it's not like other maps where you have different branches where you finish them and then head back. Just about everything connects onto something else, which means, well, there's a lot of room for flow. And I think the best thing is to be taken by that flow. And of course, a little bit of light never hurts. I swear I hear something just faintly. Why is this door already open? Why? I'll tell you why it's open. We opened it. Yeah, this is the street where we came from. I mean, allowing yourself to be fully taken down a path, and then only what feels like hours later, you're transported back to something you've already seen. And you're thinking, how did we get here? You don't even remember where you diverged from that path. Okay, well, that being the case... God, and this whole thing looks so much different. How it seemed so dark and foreboding going this way, but so inviting when I looked in the opposite direction. I mean, I guess that's kind of the core theme of this map, isn't it? How the way we perceive things is all a matter of perspective. Speaking of perspective, if someone were looking at those TVs right now, would I be on them? Look at this. Imagine just sitting here after work, waiting for a bus or a train, or even just sitting down to relax and being able to nod off, listening to the patter of rain on the glass, watching it hit the glass and roll off, all filtered through the city lights. You can even see some lights in the windows across the way. Hang on. It's a little louder because this window is open, but I'm just trying to have a peek to see if anybody's watching me. As soon as I notice light peeking through those blinds, I can't help but feel just a little bit paranoid at that stage. course, music can make something take on a different feeling. I mean, with that, looking from this angle, it almost feels a bit more dystopian, almost Blade Runner or Signalis-y, doesn't it? Like we're in some kind of future noir story. Okay, we're gonna come back to you. Detroit Southfield, Lansing Royal Oak, Hamtramck, Troy. All service to this station will be discontinued March 31st, 2026. Placing this in the future, while also not feeling like it takes place in any particular time at all. I mean, because it's got some nostalgic feelings, I kind of mentally place it in like the late 90s, mid 2000s range. But really, this can be anything. Come on in. Oh, well, they really got ahead of me. And behind me. No! Oh my god. Ah! It literally pushed me out the door. That was crazy. My brain didn't know what to do with that. It was like I stepped outside the memory and like some kind of correction bureau had to make sure that I didn't see something I wasn't supposed to. Look, we actually can see outside. There's a bench out there. Sniping. Feel like a player without actually joining the game. You're just mad because you don't know how to move between cover. Imagine a job simulator from this perspective, sitting at the computer at a train station late into the night. I mean, that's probably when you get all your shadiest customers, right? Never knowing what's gonna come around those corners. Paying extra attention to whoever walked into the bathroom and didn't come out. What is that? Hang on. A burning figure. Burning with a bloodstain, it looks more like. Oh, and some gigantic outlets. Maybe that's what caused him to catch fire. Tried to plug in his blender at work. Well, I guess that's what you get. See, once more, this is a cozy waiting room. I mean, for a waiting area, it's surprisingly small and contained. That big dark window and dim lighting in here. It's almost like they want you to fall asleep and miss your train. Although if there's not going to be any more service, I imagine it doesn't really much matter if you fall asleep. Huh. It's like the back hallways of an old beater or something. Look at that. When we look at it that way, you can feel the sense of anticipation of going up and around the corner. It almost feels, from this image alone, even though we can't see it, it almost feels like it's going to be impossibly steep and continue turning in different notches as it goes. That's the weird thing, is that I feel like images like this that almost feel like an incomplete picture, they make you think about what the rest of this scene looks like. Like, will different people come up with something different, or is it weirdly universal? Hold your horses, I'm not ready yet. Is this perhaps a parking garage? I think it is. Second floor, you said, right? Second floor? Okay, we could take the elevator. But let's worry about the ground floor first. See what there is down here before we start moving for whatever they told us to look for. Imagine it's just another payphone that sends us somewhere different. This is one of the places. This is some place that we saw on the camera in the beginning. God, that is so cool. It's so cool that we spawned right beside one of those TVs. I'm not sure if we would always spawn there or not, because, you know, it's the only time I've spawned. But even by just viewing that, it gives us a sense of recognition when we come into these places. Almost as if our expectations brought these things into reality. And right now, I'm forming a bunch of expectations about what lives in the dark beyond that flickering light. Looks okay. Alright, let's figure out how we get upstairs then. There is a ramp we can use. Here's where the elevator leads. And there's a door to a long hallway on both of them. You said parking garage second floor. Are we potentially doing this European style? Or is that your car? You know, now I'd kind of like to do some geolocation. Try and find these things in real life, you know? Oh, this is a rooftop parking structure. Are you trying to show me something? Or are you just making it harder for my eyes to adjust to whatever's in the dark over there? You led me here, and I'm not quite sure why. So what's in here, then? Warning, dev room ahead. Prepare for gratuitous dumb stuff and maybe some cool stuff. Also, there's some tools for doing no-clip runs, like removing fog and stopping soundscapes. That is so cool. This is the kind of map that, like, look, that black fog out there, that normally makes, like, doing no-clip runs totally useless. We'll actually be able to do that. That is very thoughtful. But let's take the elevator down to the ground floor. Look, nice big buttons, friendly for VR. Okay, so it's not blood, we've just got a serious mold problem. One left turn. One left turn is all that separated us from everything we just did since we heard this, and the parking garage itself. That is absolutely insane to me. Oh, look, there's a little box down here. Did you toggle rain? You've got a rain machine back there? This map is so cool. It's actually letting us toggle ambiance. I had gone through here, right? Oh, there is so much more. There is so much more. Let's go through here then. And we're straight back into here. This is where we came from. All right, well, while we're here, we might as well finish with this, right? Before we get back on track. Oh my god. Okay. Had to have at least a minor mirror scare, right? Look at this little loft. Staring out on level with the trees. I mean, I would be very, very worried about sleepwalking down this thing and breaking my neck in the middle of the night. But still, why are we so attracted to slightly varying elevations? Why does that make everything so much more comfortable than it otherwise would have been? And this already would have been really comfortable. Let's try the second floor then. There's a fog descending as I progress deeper. And is it just me, or is this getting just a bit narrower? Maybe that's just my vision focusing. Look back and can't even see where we came from. No. Horror baby. Horror baby, you're trapped here in the ashtray lounge too? This cannot be. We should be overlapping the other hall, right? Hang on. Maybe there's just enough room. Not really. You're coming with me this time. You don't have a glass case to hide inside. Although, if it's anything like places from film, I'm gonna have to put you down once we start opening doors. I mean, place you where I leave you, not, you know. Okay, yeah, no, so there's, like, pretty intense shenanigans going on here. And I know you've got something to do with it. Or at least you know something you're not telling me. Well, it's happened. I'm trapped in the Backrooms. I suppose it had to happen sooner or later, but I didn't think it would happen, well, in a VR medium like this. I know now that if I take the headset off, I'll still be here. Wait. Okay, I do not have to crouch through that. But if this is to be my fate, at least I'll have some company. This imagery of the tagged-up concrete brick walls seems to be recurring. Why is there always a hotel? Although, a hotel with no doors along its walls. Among the storm, the repetitive sound of the blades whirring actually stands out. Hey, that fan only turns on when I'm here. It's just trying to give me a show. Well, that's all right. You've done your job, Mr. Fan. Okay, I guess we're the help desk now. Remember, always turn off the light before handling materials. How do you use the enlarger? Grab negative from the drawing line, place negative into enlarger head, turn off lights, remove paper from box, place paper on base of enlarger, remove prints, and collect negative. We've got to do a whole process here. So wait, so if we grab this, look at that. Negatives to develop. All right, so grab it from the drawing line, place it into the enlarger head. Is that? There we go. Turn off the lights, and then we've got to take some paper. Wait, where's the light switch? There we go. We've got the red glow of that light. We're actually simulating a dark room. That is so cool, getting us involved in the process. Okay, now the paper is there. And then we can remove prints and collect the negative. Presumably we have to... Oop. And there we have it. How cool is that? I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this in Garry's Mod before. I mean, look, I'm sure it's all being very, like, simplified and abstracted through, like, various triggers and, like, props and such. But still, like, actually getting us to engage with the concept that inspired this map, that is amazing. Okay, we can take down... Oops. We can take down this negative. Yep, there we go. Drop you here. And then we get some more paper right here. And there we go. That is amazing. We'll leave these here. I wonder if there's actually something to be done with these later on. That door just always helpfully getting itself, huh? What's going on in here? Another party I'm not invited to? Oh, I'm so not invited, they removed the doorknobs. Okay, well, if you guys get triangle shirtwaisted, don't come crying to me. Well, back out on the streets again. I mean, the city is a pretty consistent theme here. These urban environments and, well, more importantly, the lights of those environments. There's even cars passing on the overpass over there. We can go down there, we can go over here. So many options. So many ways to go. But we've made our way back around. Once more, we are in familiar waters. Oh my, this place is huge. Huge and silent, but not unfamiliar. This is crazy. Now that we've been to so many places, just kind of following wherever my gut tells me to go, I feel like every so often we just encounter an image that we've seen before, and it completely breaks my perception of how this is laid out. Okay, there's no getting in here. But that's just nuts to me, how you can kind of start in one location and over time just follow so many different threads that when they start overlapping, you start to see that there were so many times when you were so close to something that you didn't find until much later, and it makes it so hard to get a sense of scale in your head for this map. Nothing back here. More doors we can't open, but perhaps we can climb this fire escape. Doesn't matter, there's no way to open this anyway. But we can turn around for another view. I'm hearing that Jeep engine revving like we heard in the cabin in the beginning. It's from somewhere over on our left, so perhaps that's where we head next? This is also a parking garage, but it's going down, so I don't think there's going to be any kind of second floor to be found here. Really, though, that long hallway down the second floor, that's what led me to the darkroom. I already have something of an idea where this over here will lead. So let's find out if I'm correct in that assumption. Yes, I am. Horror baby? Thanks for holding down the fort. Tell you what, you come back with me. this time we're gonna try going through this big tunnel, which I now realize is built straight through a building. So that's kind of strange. Looks like somebody's taillight's blinking up ahead. Those lights just went out as I approached. And now we're back. Look at that. Just buried in gravel in the road. It's the same gas station that we saw before, only this one's totally abandoned. Almost like what happens when that oasis of light in the middle of nowhere gets swallowed by the darkness around it. Do you hear that? I can't change what's on the radio, but I don't think I would really particularly want to anyway. Look. That glow, that flicker kind of stops past there. Not really the worst place to sit down for a while, is it? The gang's all here. Look, I look to my right and I can't see anything along that wall, not even the light from the radio, only the light from the blinking stoplight outside. You know, I talked about this all the way back in the RP Asheville video. The first time my brother tried VR, he said that the amazing thing about it is that you don't remember it as standing in someone else's room with a headset on. You remember it as being there. That was all the way back in like the beginning of 2017, and that's always kind of stuck with me, and ever since I started playing VR for myself, I have found that to be true. And it's mainly for times like this. Okay, well, it was nice while it lasted, but at a certain point, we've got to get going. If I had raised my flashlight and saw some grotesque figure standing out here on the main floor, staring back at me that started screaming when my light reached its eyes, well, it would have been out of mood, but it would have scared the absolute bejesus of me, and the image entered my mind as I rose my light, and, well, now I'm going to put it in yours. Now we know that these highways into the dark can be tricky. And tricky they shall continue to be. Well, the lights may have gone out, but the music never stopped. Horror baby! Oh! Horror baby, you gained extremely supernatural abilities from being in there. Okay, well, you know what? I feel like you have probably earned a rest, right? You seem to like it here. And maybe you can show off in that place's counterpart. Here, let's just leave you right there. A gas station counter is kind of like a firehouse, right? I can just leave you there, no questions asked. Alright, well, we've made it back here. Now the question is, now what? It would not let us go in that direction, but we could come back the other way, like it wanted to be experienced in a certain order. Oh, now we can't go that way. I guess the only way out is going to be in this direction. Once you're there, you're trapped in the middle. Huh. Have you ever done this? Have you ever stopped and looked in a store window at night when they leave just a couple of lights on in the back? There's a shopping center near me where I've done that, and it's super creepy, my god. And just knowing that this place is real. And the barber shop. Huh. I don't know what that is at the end of the hall, but with the two dark circles in the window or mirror or whatever that is, doesn't it sort of look like a long-necked entity sort of crouched at the end of the row? Well, this might as well be the case, right? There's that mystery Jeep rev again. That's the closest we've heard it. I think we must be getting pretty close to actually getting to the bottom of that. Okay, the fact that this is real, that's a weird one. Oh my god. Just think, wherever we are right now, we're pretty close to the starting cabin. From here, it almost looks like the sun is rising, or just setting. Okay, well, there's only one way out. Oh! Oh my... Ah! I hear footsteps around me. No. Oh my god. I'm not doing this movement. Everything every scare, I swear, like, this map doesn't go for a straight-up scare very often, but when it does, it just absolutely, it feels like somebody's taken their hand and is just, with splayed fingers, placed it over the back of my brain. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. You really know how to mess with me, you know that? All this from going into a mysterious door in the back of a closed-down barbershop at night. Later, taters. Okay, I think we've seen probably most of this map by this point. Although we have found a couple of you guys down alleyways, along with that little jingle that plays as we round the corner. This is boarded up. This doesn't seem like the kind of breaking sound that will actually break, but there's definitely light peeking through there. Whatever they're trying to contain, they're not containing it well. Look at that, the perspective on those lights on where you can see quite clearly into the rooms above you. Actually, I don't remember if I've told this story before. I was once walking down the street at like 4 in the morning in a commercial area, and there was this vacant, like, I think it used to be a restaurant, but now it was empty. The ground floor was clearly empty, but there was a pink or like purple light coming from the upstairs. And I looked in and I was squinting at it, and after a while I could finally clearly see there was like a giant TV the size of an entire wall playing Everybody Loves Raymond. I mean, I'd have a seat. Bit strange that it's facing away from the road, but, well, if anything, I would just spend a while here trying to see what it wants me to see. 'Cause clearly it's something. God, I really like the music on this map. You can definitely feel something as a result, but it's sort of like just rubs the line of a different feeling from the most prominent one. And so it's a little confusing, but not disturbing. Well, at least not for all of them. Oh, no, you've done another loop-de-daisy. Okay, I guess we're going back through here then. That's alright, it'll give us the opportunity to look for anything we might have missed. Hello, other horror baby. Here's something we may have missed. I had almost forgotten about you. Oh, never mind. Well, back here in the ashtray maze, trying to find more places. Although the ever-changing nature of it makes it kind of difficult to pin down where I have and haven't been. But I do know we've been here, or rather, down there. Here's a door I've not yet seen. Here's a lot of doors I've not yet seen. This place was also on the cameras, the Havana Lounge. You know what? The Havana Lounge, but maybe my earlier comparisons were appropriate. Because this looks very familiar indeed. In fact, it looks a lot like a certain Ocean View motel. That is so cool! Oh my god, I'm geeking out. And I guess this place is under the care of a certain Finnish janitor. Well, of course we can't leave. We haven't even found the light switch yet. This opens. The After Hours Gallery. Oh, nice. We can see a bunch of the creators' photography here. Ooh, a lava lamp. Remember those? And a kitty. Hi, a kitty. Oh, check it out. We can even see the film type used, the lens, and a little description. I'm not going to have time to read all of these, but I can certainly take a glance. Actually, having a look at these lenses, I may even be able to get some ideas for purchases. Cinnamon. Oh, I noticed some of these are shot with expired film. That's pretty cool. Honestly, like with all this information, this stuff is useful for like reference. Oh, there's the creator. My brother shoots a lot with film, but I've always been off-put by it, you know? Like, I can't stand the idea, I can't square the idea of an actual cost associated with pressing the shutter, especially if you don't know how it's going to come out until much later. So there's a lot more dedication and, like, skill involved in the craft, I think. Especially for stuff like this kind of photography, where you've got to kind of expose for the darks. Music is so chill. I mean, this is so relaxed. Some of these, I believe, are even some of the ones... Yeah, some of these are the ones that we actually saw throughout the map. In fact, these out here seem to be just those ones. You know, when you present it like this at the end, it actually kind of feels like a bit of a replay, a reel of everything we've been through up until this point. But that's sort of what photographs are, aren't they? I mean, in the moment, you're trying to get the perfect shot, trying to, you know, convey what you're trying to convey artistically. But as a whole, your works tend to be, well, a bit of a scrapbook to look back on, even if that wasn't necessarily the intention. They do sort of form a sum whole where they're kind of all connected by you. As different as they may be, at a certain point, each of these was the image that you saw while looking through the viewfinder. Actually, this will help with the geolocation because some of these actually just straight up say where they are, or at least give you a good enough base to go on. Well, that was nice, but let's get a move on now. I think we're probably just about reaching the conclusion here. This one was really, really cool. Whoa, look at that. Main Street and the gas station. This walkable 1/8 scale model of the two first large areas of the map shows off the seamless teleport that allows you to loop infinitely along the street. Press the buttons to enable their respective teleports to try them with the lights on. This is so cool. Okay, so you're creator, you're exactly my kind of guy, where you're an artist, but you got that appreciation for the technical side and like to show off like how things were done and how they work. Some people think that that can take away your appreciation for an artistic work. I'm the complete opposite. If anything, it makes me appreciate it more. There's the hammer view of the various perspectives. You even self-published the stats on the optimization, huh? For all the poorly optimized work I did on Macy State Psych Center, believe me, I feel your pain when it comes to these funk details and water indices. That was like the thing that was preventing it from coming out for a while. Eventually solved it by just turning all the windows and door frames into props. Okay, let's try... How do we mess with this stuff? Let's try enabling these teleports. Oop. There we go. It really is as simple as that. But by hiding it in the fog, you make it completely seamless. Secret tracker. Press this button to reveal hints for the map's secrets. Elevator, red is key. Mannequins, don't let your gaze linger. Unusual apartment, not just for set dressing. Find his image, but don't look behind you. Ah, that's got to do with... Wait. Hell, don't enter, don't enter, don't enter. Man in the window. My childhood home. Upstairs room. Someone is there. Broken vending machine. Smack a vending machine. Breaking it is the best way. And near the party, follow the ashtray's smoke. Answer the hotline. That is so... Ah, this is awesome. Alright, well, obviously we're gonna go try and find some more of this. We know where the mannequins are. First, we gotta see where this upper loft leads. Welcome to the After Hours Museum. This exhibit showcases both photography relating to the map, as well as a handful of displays showing some of the stranger geometry in the map. The main exhibit lies just ahead down the stairs. The gallery on the lower floor just below you. Thanks for visiting. And there's where we can disable everything, which means that down here, this must be where we could enter from the parking garage. GM After Hours, mapped by Quantum Dylan. God, I mean, I'm practically in the state of giving an outro already, but like I said, I want to see more. I know that there's more. You told me there's more. Just joking. Yeah. Oh God, where am I? Well, let's keep searching. Yeah. Oh, great, a maze. Yeah. 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 Oh God, my soul wanders aimlessly. Wait, maybe it's the other way? Which way were we going? Just keep going? Yeah, just keep going. That sounds good. Pardon the awkwardly long staircase. There was too much stuff around, and I had to go up like 500 hammer units to pop out on top of the suburbs thingy. Exhibit should be up ahead and to the left. Well, we're making this run in reverse. But I imagine the end of this has got to be the upper floor of the parking garage right here. I mean, what if we do no-clip inside? Hey, guys. Can I just scooch past you and open that door, please? Oh, hey. I've just realized you guys have a TV in here, too. And that's locked. Okay, so I probably am not actually supposed to be in here. So, mannequins. What if our gaze does linger? Not what I meant to do. Not what I needed at this moment. No, that won't work. There must be something to do with you, right? You're the only mannequin I've seen. Hello? Hey, bud. What are you doing? Actually, could it maybe have had to do with that window up there? Maybe I missed something when I first came out here? Now that's a creepy thought. Maybe I can... Hang on. Maybe if I try to go in... Nope. Nope. Hang on. Maybe I can... What is this? What is this? I've been down this hallway before. Well, I finally found some corpses. Not staring out a window, though. I've been down here. The door was open. The door was open in an attempt to get to you. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. No. You're doing tomfoolery. Alright, let's get into Easter egg hunt mode now. Let's turn off the fog, disable fog triggers, and see what we can do. This will also double as an impromptu no-clip run. Might as well, since I'm already doing it. And look at this, the way it all comes together. Oh, there are some very interesting spots on that building. Look. G-Man, what are you up to? Where would we see this from? Where would we see this from? From all the way down here. I'm just going all up and down this street because it says unusual apartment. And I'm not sure what that would be. Well, there's a door over there that we have not looked at before. I know this one was locked. If we go over to... No way! Yes, no way! Oh my god, thank you. I love this map. That is so cool, thank you. Oh my god. And we can get some tunes to go alongside it. I wonder if that counts as a trigger. And we should go back there and check. But I am also continuing my hunt for a vending machine. Maybe it has to be a particular vending machine. Or maybe I just haven't hit him hard enough. This one works. Horror baby, watch this. This one doesn't seem to want to do... There's a vending machine. Ooh. Okay, I found it. Ooh. Hang on, wait. I could totally use this. Can we get it to happen more than once? Hang on. I took damage from that. I was trying to use it as like some kind of rapid-fire batting gauge. Look, we even got the sign swinging. Oh, it's a physics prop. That's cool. Now, as for you, it warns not to gaze for too long. Maybe it has to do with the photograph itself? I'll do this because of what it considers the viewpoint to be, because in VR that's a little bit different. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know what I expected, but I kind of didn't expect anything after a certain point. What was that, like 10 seconds? Now I think the only one I haven't figured out is the unusual apartment.
Second floor. Parking deck. Maze of hallways.
Maze of hallways. You know, I'm only now realizing this is a direct reference to the ashtray maze. So, with all that said and done, that was GM After Hours. And what can I really say that I haven't already? That was incredible. I wasn't able to work out a handful of the Easter eggs. Maybe I'll try and record those later and splice them in. But all in all, it's creepy, it's comfy, and it's got just the right amount of eeriness and creepiness and mysteries and Easter eggs, which aren't super obscure, but which you definitely have to poke around for. I think it's a map that really rewards the kind of mindset that this channel is all about. Somebody who appreciates the little things, who understands that it's the details and the perspective that form the way you see things. Not to mention all these cool little references. In fact, this little miniature town sort of seems like one of those AWE reconstructions from Control. And I also love the stuff like this, the times where it takes a moment to appreciate all that goes into this. Not only what goes into the map itself, but the artistic works that inspired it, and, well, I guess the real perspectives that inspire the art. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this map out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.